My tea. Alright, hold on guys, I'll be back. I just need to get my tea because I've got tea. Alright. I'm back with the tea. Okay, we're good to go. Welcome back to Perfection Princess, the YouTube channel, where I share my personal truth, my experiences, and all the knowledge that I have about manifestation and law of attraction, law of assumption, consciousness, reality creation, whatever floats your boat, whatever you want to name it. I think it's all the same anyway. I don't really make a difference between those things. I think those just have a bit of a different connotation. And today I want to talk about, do thoughts and emotions create your reality? And by the title, you can already see I don't think they do. Why do I not think that thoughts and emotions create reality? Because everyone's saying thoughts create reality, right? Like you have to change your thoughts, think different thoughts, and your reality changes. Well, you are the only reality. The only thing that is and ever will be real and true, the ultimate truth, is you, your I amness, your awareness, your presence, your existence, that feeling of I am, that is reality. And it's the only reality. Everything else is happening within that awareness. People, places, circumstances, all of that is happening within your awareness. And you know how everyone says circumstances don't matter? Well, thoughts and emotions are only circumstances. They don't matter. They're irrelevant. They don't create. And you can argue that on some level they do have some creative power. Like even in 3D, like I can move stuff, you know, I can hold up a cup of tea. I can drink it. It's not something that I manifested out of, it kind of is, like I manifested out of thin air, but you can argue that I did that with my physical hand. I moved the physical tea. And just like that, I can actively change my thoughts to reflect the reality that I would like better. And that reality will be reflected back from the outside. But it's not the thought that creates the reality. It's you. You create the reality because you created the thought in the first place. And what I see a lot of people doing is they get so frustrated and they get so annoyed, and then they get really, really scared because they're trying to change their thoughts, and they're trying to think better thoughts, and they're trying to think positive and happy thoughts, and all of that is fine. Do that if you like. But if you're having issues with that, if it's hard for you, if you've tried that, and the more you try, the more it seems like your thoughts are kind of fighting back against you, and you get so many more intrusive thoughts because you were actively trying to change your thoughts, then this video might be for you, because I have a solution. And the reason I do is because your thoughts don't create. Even the worst thought that you could ever have, the worst intrusive thought that you've ever thought, it doesn't hold any power. It can't, because you have the power. And your only issue is that you're putting that power into that thought. And you're saying, well, I had that thought, so now that is creating a reality outside of me. And if I don't want that, I have to change the thought. And then you try that, and you can't, because the thought is still there, because you're still thinking it. And then what? Does that mean that you're just gonna live in a shitty reality for the rest of your entire existence? No, of course not. Because even that thought, the worst thought that you've ever had, is just a thought coming and going within your awareness. That's it. That's really it. And the problem that I see with that theory that thoughts create reality is that you create concepts like belief work and like shadow work. And while I don't want to deny that those have positive effects, I've done that for some time. I've done belief work. I've looked at myself and try to find out what am I believing about the world. Especially when I started on this manifestation journey, I did that a lot, and it's good. Like, it was good because it made me realize, hold on, I'm thinking a lot of things. I'm believing a lot of things that I don't actually want to believe. And at some point, I also had to realize that I have to move on from that, because if you keep focusing on your limiting beliefs, well, guess what? You're creating more limiting beliefs. Because if you keep looking for them, you're gonna find them, because you are the one having the power. Only you are the power. And what you focus on, what you put your awareness on. Sorry, my camera died. I'm new to this, in case you haven't noticed, which I think is pretty clear actually. But I'm not new to manifestation, by the way. I've been doing that for a while. But I'm certainly new to this whole film yourself and put it online thing. And I'm kind of still in the phase where I'm making every mistake possible, like forgetting to start the camera, for example, and just talking to myself. Anyway, it's fine. Gave myself the chance to make another cup of tea. I like tea, in case you hadn't noticed. Okay, I think I ended the video ended when I was saying that what you put your awareness on is what you're creating. So if you keep putting your awareness on limiting thoughts, you're going to keep creating limiting thoughts. And that is the issue. There's my notes. And that is the issue that I have with belief work and shadow work. I mean, there is, I think I already said that too, there is value to that, but you have to move on from that, and at some point realize and understand that none of that is actually creative. You are creative. The only reason these things create in your life is because you're putting that power into them, and because you're putting your awareness onto them. So what I would advise you to do, if you have a lot of intrusive thoughts, if you tried thinking positive thoughts and it backfired, if no matter what you do, nothing seems to change around you, stop giving a fuck. Start seeing thoughts, intrusive thoughts, negative thoughts, any unwanted thoughts, start seeing that as just another circumstance that is irrelevant to you, because that is exactly what it is. Start seeing them as bullies on the schoolyard that really don't change a thing in your life. I mean, it's uncomfortable, sure. It's a nasty experience to be bullied. And as soon as those bullies realize that you cannot be bullied, they're going to stop all by themselves, because it's not fun to bully someone that can't be bullied. So stop letting yourself be bullied by your own thoughts and emotions, because they're only bullies. And guess what? The moment that you start making them irrelevant and just don't care anymore if they're there or if they're not there, that's when I don't edit these videos, by the way, so you get all the cringiness too. That's when those thoughts start leaving all by themselves, which is exactly why I think that trying to change your thoughts is very tedious. It's a lot of struggle, it's a lot of pain, it's a lot of work, and you can certainly do that. And it doesn't have to be hard. You can have a belief that it's easy and just change it like that. But what is happening behind that actually is just you taking your awareness back, taking your power back from that thought and putting it into another thought. That is all that is happening, which is why fighting the intrusive thought isn't working, because you're still putting your awareness on it, which is also why resisting circumstances will never create the life that you want, because you're putting your awareness on the circumstances that you don't want, and in that you just keep creating more of them. And the way that worked best for me was to experientially understand that I have nothing to do with the thoughts and emotions. They might seem very solid and they might seem like ongoing experiences, but when you go into these deep meditative states, or when you experience those flow states where you just have that inner peace and you just kind of watch your thoughts and you watch your emotions, and they come and they go, and they come and they go, and sometimes it's nice thoughts, sometimes they're nasty, whatever it is, You just kind of watch them from that place of detachment. When you reach that state, you can then put your awareness on something that you actually want to put your awareness on. You can put your awareness on thoughts like, I am living my dream life. I am the person that I always wanted to be. I am beautiful. I am rich. I am everything that I ever wanted to be. For no other reason than because I said so. Because I'm the one putting my awareness on it. You're not even going to need validation from the outside anymore, which is why I keep saying that I'm going viral, because in my head, I'm actually going viral. Like, that is the reality I see. Doesn't mean that I'm denying that I have like 30 followers on Instagram. I see that. I have physical eyes too. I just know that I've already chosen my identity. I already know that I'm successful. I already know who I am. And I'm familiar with thoughts that tell me, well, but look at that number. It's not happening. No one liked your video. No one even watched it. Who do you think you are? I know those thoughts. It's not that I don't know them. It's just that I don't care about them because it's not what I choose to be. I see them, I watch them, and then I just turn around. And I take my awareness off of them, and the moment I do that, they're gone. And if they're not, I don't care anyway, because it's not my identity. It's not who I choose to be. I know it's not reality because I get to choose my truth, and I am reality, and what I say is. So if you're one of those people that kind of reflect back to me my own limiting beliefs, like, who do you think you are? Watch. Just watch. And yeah, don't let yourself be bullied by your own thoughts. They don't hold any power over you because you are the power. You literally are the power. And I think it's time that a lot of people understand thoughts are relevant. Another way to see them is like offers. See them as offers. They just come and they're like, oh, do you want to believe in me? And you get to say no. I'm referring to my Instagram post, I think from yesterday, where I wrote that you get to say no thank you to any thought that you have. You don't have to choose it as your truth just because it appears in your awareness. And it's a practice. It might take you a little bit of effort. I don't even want to say that because it's a concession to time, as in like you have to keep doing it to get somewhere, which is not the ultimate truth. You can make that switch in a heartbeat. You can understand in an instant that you are the awareness behind the thought. The thought is irrelevant. The awareness is the thing that creates, not the thought. What appears to make the thought a creative thing is you putting your awareness on it, and then the next manifestation after that being 3D physical reality, actually emotions, like your thoughts, your emotions, and then 3D physical reality. But so the biggest takeaway today, don't give up your power, not to your thoughts, not to your beliefs, not to your shadows. Stop doing shadow work, stop doing belief work. Start choosing who you want to be, regardless of any sort of limiting thought that someone said you need to release. You don't need to release fuck all. You just get to choose who you want to be in every single moment that you're alive, that you exist, and you're eternal, so you're always going to exist. And if you get this now or later, it's always going to be now, because later is going to be now, so you might as well just do it now. You are the awareness behind the thought. The thought doesn't create, you do. Now choose the thought that you prefer. It's as easy as that. Step back from the thought that you don't prefer. Just watch it. Let it be there. And just turn around. Turn around and be like, yeah, you know what? I don't care about you anymore. I am who I always wanted to be, period. Not as in resisting your thought, but as in, I choose who I want to be, and I'm not that thought. All right, I think that's it for today before the battery runs out again, because I only charged it for like 5 minutes. Like, share, comment, subscribe, or don't, whatever you want. And I'll see you in the next video.